Hello Big Macs, welcome back to another album review. So yes, Big Macs, I'm making sure I'm catching up on my album reviews, and today I am back with another just golden, diamond, platinum gem, and that is, if you've guessed from that title down below, today I'm here reviewing Man with a Mission with their album Chasing the Horizon. But before we even get into this album, Big Macs, I just want to remind you guys that I have a Patreon and merch that I'll leave links to in the description down below, so if you wanted to support what I'm doing on this channel, you can do so by clicking that Patreon link in the description. You get a few videos a day early as well as a few other rewards, and if you wanted to purchase some of my merch, look at my designs and all that fun jazz, the link will be down there. And if you wanted to buy something, thank you. But please, as always, Big Macs, please make sure to take care of yourself first. Now let's get into the review. Now, Man with a Mission is a band that just keeps on giving just amazing, awesome music, and Chasing the Horizon is now just added onto that list because this album is amazing. Like seriously, this album just has so many kind of different styles and sounds to Man with a Mission that make me like them even more, because Man with a Mission is just a band that isn't afraid of trying new things, changing up their style, but it is always, no matter what, going to sound amazing. And that is just very apparent pretty much throughout all of their discography, but it also is very apparent in Chasing the Horizon. Now, the only thing, there is about 5 or so songs that are on this album that I have already done reaction videos to or reviews for, so I'll talk a bit about those ones, but this album is just so fucking good. So I'm gonna do what I always do, but I got my notebook here, wrote down some notes through my first listen of this album, and we're just going to praise this album a lot in this video. So enough of this talking, let's get into it. Let's get in with the first song, and first up is the beautiful, beautiful intro, an amazing song that is 2045. This is a song that actually makes you want to live for the future. And yes, too, this is one of the songs that I already have done a video for just not too long ago, actually. It was after I listened to this album I made the video, so you know. But in that video, I didn't want to talk too much about that song because I wrote down some amazing notes. I don't know why I said amazing, they're not that great. But I wrote down my thoughts on 2045, and this song, I think as I said in the video, it pretty much is a song that kind of encompasses this album, which is why I love it as an opening. They kind of have their different styles that they play throughout this album kind of mixed in this song, and it just is great. Like, you start off with this great kind of, I believe it is more of like a synthy kind of guitar sound with the drums just kind of doing like a basic beat, and then you have the vocals in there, and at one point there's this really nice kind of like Vocaloid-y sound on the vocals, like here. And then you have that nice like kind of gives it that like pulsing sound to it as well. And then the bass is so dirty, and like the part that just leads up to that where the drums just keep going, like it's just so dirty. It's so good. Like, this is the face that's needed. And then, as I said in the video too, they throw in like this part that has the conga drums in there, and whenever you say conga drums, you just have to do this. It's just a must. So they throw in that part in there too, which is again how I was saying it kind of encompasses the entire album, because they do have a song that's in this album that has that. And the chorus in this song is just very catchy and very good, and my favorite part of this entire song is, if you've watched my reaction video, you already know what it is, and that is I'm just gonna play you a bit of it. Like, that part is so good, and then it goes back into like this kind of, like, how do you not like that? They threw in the record scratching, then it kind of goes back into the song a bit more of a breakdown, and then it goes down to that more pulsing, like, breathing sound, and then the dirty synth, and then goes back into the last song. I mean, it goes back into the last chorus for the song, and it is just fucking awesome. I also wrote down here that they are like a futuristic Rage Against the Machine. I can't remember the other bands that I was going to be talking about as well. Somewhere throughout this video we might get to it, but my brain just it can't think when this album's playing. So before my brain completely shuts off, let's try to finish the rest of this video. Did I slur all of those words together? But yes, so the next song in this album is Broken People, and I don't like, what is it with 2018 is like the year of the synths for bands, because so far every album that I've had listened to this year has had amazing synths in it, and it's very apparent in this album as well, but also in Broken People. Like, it starts off with these very nice synths, and then the vocal effects in this song are fucking crazy. Like, the vocal like delays, reverbs are just like kind of like everywhere, so it keeps it interesting for here. Not every vocal is just in the center. It's like kind of like, you know. Like, it's so like, but I love it. And that's why I was meaning that it kind of has like this futuristic sound to it. Like, and it's also kind of very fitting that it's called Broken People, because it sounds like people are like glitching out as he's like singing. So it's just a lot of it is just very clever. And I think, I don't know what it is, one of my favorite parts of this song is the lead into the chorus. Like, it just kind of breaks down into this like intense synth and the vocals on top of it, and then goes into the chorus, like here. Like, and then you just have the bass going on top of that too. Like, that synth that just sounds so like, it's so good. It just, Man with a Mission always impresses. As well, the bridge in this song, my God. Like, I love that like break into just kind of, you got that synth again and the nice little subtle piano on that. And then they've been killing it with a lot of these DJ scratches like that are happening in here. It is fucking amazing, and I love it, and I'm here for it, and I hope that they keep this up, because they make it sound good. Normally some bands can make it sound a bit cheesy, like having that in there. Man with a Mission always makes it sound good. As well, this song too, the guitar riff that is playing throughout this song is just very catchy and will get stuck in your head. Just an FYI. And now, oh my God, what do I say about this song? We move on to Winding Road. Oh my God, this song, just everything about this song, yes. Like, seriously, I don't think I've said this yet, but the dynamics in this album are really good. But in Winding Road, oh my God. This song just knows how to like bring it down for certain parts, and then punch you in the face again, and then bring it back down. And this song is honestly just so fucking beautiful. As well, in this song, I like how it starts off a bit softer, and then it has this like stutter guitar to go into the full band. Like in this part in the verse. And the fucking bass is killer, but this part. And then it just gets so much bigger. Like, it's just so good. And the bass in this song is fucking on point. I didn't even need to look at my notes for that one. I know that it's written here. And then as well, I feel like I haven't talked about the vocals yet. Always fucking impressive. I love, his voice is just so unique. And it's so good. And then in this song especially, the lyrics are very, very meaningful and just very beautiful, and like literally everything about this song is on point and very beautiful. And I feel like I could talk about how beautiful this song is for a very, very long time, but I'm going to just kind of skip forward ahead a lot into this song. I think like another thing that I really love about this song is the change of the drums at the end, how it goes very like and then it halves the time. I really love when bands do that. And I think when I was talking about in one of my bandmate videos that I was making, that I wish that they did that in one of their songs, is because it like just adds this whole different dynamic and feel to the ending of it. Like, just listen. Like how it's just very like, and then it changes. Like, it's so fucking good. And again, as I was saying, it like they know how to do this shit and make it sound great. And I don't know what it is just about that. It like gives it a bit more of like emotion behind it as well. And then I love the ending of this, how it just kind of goes back to how the intro was, where it's just the vocals and the piano and guitar. It's just such a fucking beautiful song, and I love it so much. And now we move on to a song that this intro, I want to see if some of you guys even know what I'm talking about, and if you do, feel the same way. So the next song that is up is called Hey Now, and the synths in this song at the very beginning remind me, I don't know how many of you are going to know this, of Mighty Boosh when they did their song like Future Sailors. It has, like, the synths have that sound to it. Like, just listen. Like, those synths just remind me of that song. I want to see if I can pull it up for you guys, just in case. I don't know how many of you actually even know about the Mighty Boosh. If you haven't, it's very weird, but very fucking awesome. But I just want to see if you guys know what I'm talking about. I haven't even looked this up, so I could be completely wrong. Like, that, it kind of has that, like, same vibe to it. Like, doesn't it? Or am I just going crazy? Like, it has a lot more of the high end cut off, obviously, but, like, doesn't it? Am I going crazy? Probably. But that's another reason, actually, why I kind of like this song, is because I fucking love the Mighty Boosh. So it was just, like, put such a huge smile on my face during that part. Also, too, to do what I always do, I don't know what it is with me and snares. I just have a huge obsession with snares. The snare in this song is just very tight. It's very tight and very good. And because they're Man with a Mission, they like to change it up. And after that kind of sound where it's very more, I'd say, like, electronic-y sounding, they have this part that gets a bit more poppy, and then it just gets fucking amazing after that part as well. So I'll play a little snippet of it for you, but I don't want to ruin it. This is like the poppy part. And then like that part, I just love. Like, they are very good with changing up genres. And I feel like I've said this about a lot of bands recently, because a lot of bands have been killing it with the changing of kind of different styles and genres within a song and making it sound good. I'm just very impressed, because normally some bands can't do that at all, but recently we've been getting blessed with a lot of this. Like, the verses, as I was saying, a bit more electro, and then the choruses are a bit more poppy, and then they have those breaks of just like kind of more rock sounding. And then obviously with the vocals, it kind of gives it that like a Rage Against the Machine vibe of it as well. So it's just a lot of different styles in this one song. And I wrote down here that it sounds like it should be in a movie, just because the chorus especially sounds like it could be in a soundtrack in some like huge movie. I don't know why, it just kind of gave me that bit of a vibe to it, like some kind of like action-y movie or something. And then to end this song too, it's like they just know whenever strings or anything are involved, it's just going to be good. So they have like this string synth kind of ending. Like, it just sounds so good. I don't know what it is about strings that I love so much. I just do. Strings and snares. There needs to be a triple S. I guess strings, snares, and synths. Those are my 3 weaknesses. And now we move on to another easily one of my favorite songs on this album, because I wrote down here Instant Like. Because this song starts off so beautifully. It has like these organ sounds with just like the vocals, and it's so fucking beautiful. And then there's like these deep drums that come in and they throw on some harmonies on top of that, and it's just so... I was about to say this, I looked down right now. Yeah, and I agree with what Past Ryan actually wrote. Past Ryan's actually a genius right now, because this is fucking beautiful. Like, listen to this. And then harmonies. It's so, so fucking good. And again, like, Man with a Mission is... they're great at everything, but they're especially really good with build-ups. And this is kind of what this song is, like a nice build-up. And then again, the lyrics in this song, much like Winding Road, are just fucking on point. Like, listen to this. I love this like guitar riff or like hook. And then it builds up into like... It's just so good. But then they like have these vocals in the bridge and these electronic drums that are just so good as well. Like, how are you not just moved by this right now? And those harmonies too. And then the way that they end it too, it's just like this nice guitar drum kind of like delay and effect on them. And then it has that like delay that just rings out. I really like that too. And this song is easily one of my favorites on the album just because of how fucking beautiful it is. And then speaking of beautiful, we'll get to that later in this song that I'm about to talk about, because now we're here with the song Take Me Under. And now it's kind of, I think, a bit different from the video that I made to this song. It has like this kind of more, what's the word I'm looking for? It has like this kind of environmental kind of sounding intro that goes into the funk guitar. If you watched my last video, you'd understand what the funk guitar is. Like that funk guitar, I love it so much. And then the drums in this song are so tight and punchy, and it works so well with the verses and how this song is kind of structured. And the hi-hat work too in this song, he just goes fucking, forget about going ham on the snare, he's going ham on that hi-hat, and it is impressive. Like it's so fucking good. I love it so much. And then you have all those kind of subtle like synths or electronic sounds in the back as well. Like I don't know how they did it. They kind of took like punk and like angry kind of like Rage Against the Machine style and made it futuristic, but then also gave it a bit more kind of, not to sound mean to like those bands, but like those were more like angsty. They kind of like changed, I don't know how to explain it really. They give it to seem like there's a bit more like passion and meaning behind what they're saying, and they're not just like angry at something, you know what I mean? So I hope you understand what that means. Maybe you guys can explain it better than I can. And that's I already know the answer to that is yes. But then this song is just another great example of dynamics, because this song just, again, goes up, brings it down, and then goes up, and easily my favorite part of this song is the bridge. I love this bridge so much. Like it is so good. They bring it down. They have this nice little high-pitched synth that goes along with the vocals. Like, ooh, like this part always gives me chills. It's just so fucking beautiful. And then it builds up into go back into the song, but the note that he holds it to go into the final chorus is just so good. I love that. It's so good. This song is so fucking good. It goes back to the funk guitar for the ending, and it's just like, this song just takes you in a full fucking circle of a journey that you're gonna love. And now we move on to the song that it's such a different style to the rest of this album, but it's just still so good. Like this song just makes you feel cool, and that song is Freak It, featuring the Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra. Again, I think when I first, because I did make a video to this one as well, I think when I was making my video, I was a bit nervous because, as you guys may have known, not the biggest fan of ska. But after hearing Sim, I think Sim changed my mind on ska, because the way that they did it was fucking amazing. And now with Freak It, with Man with a Mission featuring the Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra, that is also like, they're changing my mind on ska, because it's just so fucking well done and clever. Like, and then this kind of song, I think, is how I was saying that 2045 kind of encompasses everything. Because when that song had the conga drums, it reminded me of Freak It, because you'll understand when I play this snippet. Like, you hear those? Like, it's just so good. And I think one of my favorite parts of this song is just those like hits, how it's like dun, 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 and then you have that bit of a break with one of the instruments, and then it goes back into like dun, dun, dun. I just love those little stings that they have in there. I don't know what it is. Like, I even wrote down here that normally I don't like ska, but this song is just so catchy and good that it is changing my mind on ska. Like, for this song too, it's like I don't really have a lot to say about it, and it's not because it was bad, it's just because I don't know how to really explain how I felt about it. I just really, I don't know what it is. It's just such a catchy and good song. And as soon, like right now, it's playing in my head. As soon as I hear one part of the song, I already know it's going to be stuck in my head. And I don't know how they did that with ska. But it's fucking Man with a Mission, so they know how to make everything sound great. And now we move on to a song that is guaranteed to make you feel badass, and that is Break the Contradictions, because if you just listen to this intro alone, you're already going to feel like you're either in like the Matrix or you're in Mission Possible about to like do some crazy ass shit. Like just listen to this. Like this guitar riff. Don't you feel like you're like walking in slow motion, just getting ready to do something like badass on a mission or something? Like it makes you feel like such a badass. And then I like how after that part, the lead up into the chorus, they change it up slightly where it has like a bit more electronic-y synths. And then the vocals in that part and in the chorus, I just really love like this build up into the chorus. That reverb on there. Like, it's just such a, like, it goes from making you feel badass to, like, making you feel like, just, like, you know? So, Only Man with a Mission is a band that I know can pull that off amazingly. And then there's, like, this synthy guitar solo, which is pretty awesome. But then this breakdown was very unexpected. You're like, okay, it's going to go back into the song. Oh, it's building up still. And then... like it's, and then that like little like with the bass drum, it's so fucking good, and it was just so unexpected. And as I said before, I don't know if I guaranteed I already said this, but this guitar riff in this song is so good. You hear it once and it's gonna just replay in this head, much like a lot of their stuff that I've already talked about. And then they have this nice like ending that it just makes me need to see them live so much, because it's just like this nice like clapping end, and I might have been sitting in my apartment just doing this by myself. Don't judge me. This song is guaranteed to make you feel like a badass. And now we move on to a song that I fucking love and I was not expecting to be on this album, and that is Dead End in Tokyo. This was, I think, the first song that I ever heard from Man with a Mission, and that being the first song that I heard, it is the song that made me very in love with Man with a Mission. And it is such a good song, and I love this intro, and easily one of my favorite parts is the transition with the strings to go into the song, like after this part here. Like, I love that little, it's not, I don't know why I said transition, but like that little break of the strings being like anytime it happened in that song, I just like, it's just so, it's strings, it's my weakness. Strings, synths, and snares. And another thing too, well, this is kind of like all songs, but I wrote this down for this one too because it's one of the ones that you kind of notice it more on. Like, they're very good with their mixing too, and in this song especially. And I wonder, because I think some of you are saying Patrick from Fall Out Boy helped produce this song, so I wonder if he had like a part in mixing it as well. But this song is just very well produced and very well mixed. And it's one of the first songs that I heard from Man with a Mission, so it holds this like, it holds a special place in this heart. Not holds. It holds a special place in this heart because that being one of the songs that won me over to Man with a Mission. So to me, this was like a nice treat on this album, and it's just the drums again so fucking tight and punchy, and there's like these group vocal parts as well, and it's so fucking good. They have this nice effect and electronic drums for the bridge, like this. Like, those drums are just so fucking good, and it has like this like bitty sound on everything, and it's just a nice break from that. And again, the chorus in this song is stuck in my head. I don't even know. It's just stuck in my head. Like, while this song was playing, anytime the chorus came in, I was singing along because it is just so fucking good. I love those vocals right there too. The do 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 do. I'm not even going to attempt it. But yes, this song was just a very nice treat on this album for me. Like, I was already having a great time, and what I tried to do is not look at the order of the songs just in case something like this does happen. And as soon as it started, I was like, no. So I was just very happy, and thank you, man with a mission. Now, this next song is, again, easily one of my favorites on this album. I'm not sure if you guys were trying to tell me, like, when you guys were telling me about this album, I'm also not sure if you were telling me about this song or if you were just telling me about the album, but this song is so good. If you want, I'll read you my notes because it sounds like the scribblings of a madman. The first note is literally, oh, 3 O's and 3 H's with an exclamation mark at the end of it. And then, very different and amazing. Holy shit, everything happening, yes. Love the islandy synth and the 1975-esque verse. The chorus is amazing, nice funky solo, dynamics on point again, so powerful, full body headbang, and didn't want this song to end. So let's break down those notes. So the first one was, oh, because I was not expecting that. As one of the notes said, the synths have this like islandy kind of sound to it. Like it has that steel drum kind of sound. And then I like this like vocal part. And it just like reverbs off. It is just so fucking good. And then what I was talking about with the 1975-esque verses, like just the guitar for some reason. I don't know what it is. It just has that like kind of like when the 1975 goes a bit more poppy-er, like the instrumentation in this song kind of gave me like that of a vibe minus the like steel drum sound. It just, I don't know. It's not like Girls, but it's one of their like more poppier songs that kind of gave me that sound to it as well. And the chorus in this song is so fucking good. Like, it's just listen. Like, it's just so fucking good. And then again, it's so catchy. The lyrics are fucking great. And the dynamics in this song are so on point. And then the nice funk solo is like, they've got really good guitar tones in this song. It's not just the straightforward kind of distortion. It's like they play around with a lot of different sounds with the guitars, and I love every one that they came up with in this album. And then the full body headbang was this last lead into the chorus, and when it hit, my entire body was just doing this. It wasn't just like this, it was very violent craziness. I'm sure all of you will do it when you hear it as well. I'm gonna give you a little preview of it. Like, your entire body just moves when that hits, and then it just keeps going. And it is a song that, as I said at the end, I didn't want to end because it is so fucking good. Easily another one of my favorite songs on this album. And now we move on to another beautiful song on this album, and that is Find You. Now, again, as I was just talking about with the guitar sounds, how they're trying a lot of new different sounds. It's very apparent in this song too, because you start off with this like very clean just guitar just strumming along, and then when it goes into the intro like kind of part into the song, it has this like another great guitar sound. Like, it's just so good. And then again, going back with the dynamics after that part, they bring it down for the verses. Like, that bass, man, the bass in this song takes over in the verses. Like, there's a bit of like faint guitars, but that bass groove, ooh. And then to talk about the vocals again, the vocals in this chorus are so good. And then there's like these faint, like almost yelling vocals in this chorus as well that I really liked. Like this part here. Do you hear the faint ones? Like, they kind of repeat after. Like, you hear them kind of like faintly as like an echo to what he's saying. And it's just so good, and I love this song so much. The guitars kill it in this song, the bass kills it in this song, the drums kill it in this song, the vocals kill it in this song. everything in this song kills it. And there's even a nice little fucking guitar solo in here too. So it's just like a nice little treat on top of everything. The harmonies in this song are on point, and this song is just, it just like hits you right here. Where there should be a heart here, that's where it hits you. Like, again, this was another song that I did react to, so if you want to hear me just fall in love with the song even more than I already am, you can go and check out that video as well. But I feel the need to move on to the unfortunate last song on this album. I mean, unfortunate that it is the last song on this album and there's not more, not like, oh, unfortunately this song's the last one. And I'm sad that there's only one song left. And again, this song is called Sleepwalkers, and it is like a different vibe to Man with a Mission again. Like, the guitars kind of have this like 80s kind of like Time After Time sound to them, and this song is fucking amazing. Like, the drums in this song are a lot more laid back, so it doesn't make it like too intense or like draw your attention away from anything else. And like, just, you'll understand when I play you a little clip. And then that deep bass too. Like, this is what I mean. The drums kind of have that like distance to them, so it doesn't take away from the amazing vocals and everything that's happening right now. Like, the bass and the vocals kind of take over a lot more in this song, and it just gives it that nice, like, emotional, moving sound to it. It's just, like, so many emotions happen throughout this album. Like, you go from feeling like a badass to getting hit straight in the heart, and then just to having your entire body just moving along and then hitting the heart again. So like, Man with a Mission in this album has taken me on such an emotional roller coaster, and I loved every second of it. I love the vocals in the chorus too. Oh my god, like, it just hits you right here. It's like a nice bring down for the album. It's like they built you up the entire album and then slowly build you back down into this nice like little comfort zone that you're in. And it's just, whew, I need a wolf mask, man. I need a wolf mask so bad. This song makes me feel like crying, but like a good kind of crying. And then another, like, and then after all that like beautifulness, they bring it back down to just the vocals. And then the way that this song ends, I love how they have like this reverse piano with this like winding down kind of effect on it. And then it has like this wind, it's almost like a tape is just like ending, but you have that reverse piano as well. And that's how it ends. It's just fucking beautiful. Man with a Mission. Yes. But sadly, Big Macs, that is the last song on this beautifulness of an album. Chasing the Horizon by Man with a Mission is so good. Like, I don't know what we did to deserve this album. And Man with a Mission, just thank you so much for it. And like, all these albums in 2018, there hasn't been any disappointing one yet. And Man with a Mission, Chasing the Horizon is added onto that list. It is so good. And every song, even though there was like 5 or 6 songs that I already heard from this album, I didn't give a shit because I enjoyed myself the entire time. And I've listened to this album a good amount of times since then. It's just, as I said, it just takes you on like this journey of emotions, and you love every second of it. And Man with a Mission, just please don't stop making this beautiful, intense, emotional, awesome, all the words music. And like, it just, I need to see you guys live, and I need my own wolf mask, and I want to join this wolf pack. There's so many good things I need to say about this album, but I can't because words and me don't go well together. And two, they took so many different styles and genres and put them all in this one album, and it was so good. It added on to that emotional journey that I was on. But there you have it, Big Macs. That was me reviewing Chasing the Horizon by Man with a Mission. And if you couldn't tell, I fucking loved this album. It was so good. And just once again, Man with a Mission, thank you for this album. But Big Macs, enough of what I thought. Let me know what you guys thought of this fucking beautifulness of an album in the comments down below. As well, let me know what your guys' favorite tracks on this album were. Again, you can put them down there, and let's just talk about how amazing this album is in those comments. As well, if you guys did enjoy this video, I'd love it if you click that thumbs up button down below, and if you're not subscribed, you can do so by clicking that subscribe button down there. I put out 3 videos every week as well. Sometimes I'll throw in a few extra ones, so make sure you subscribe by clicking down there, and you can also click on that bell, and that notifies you when I upload a new video, so you never miss one from this just on an emotional roller coaster because of Man with a Mission face. And as always, Big Macs, today's biggest Mac is going to go to someone that I found very fitting to have the shout out for this video, and that is MWAM_FC can, oh God, I'm so sorry, can't tell me. If you don't know why I found them fitting, just look at their name and the picture, and then look at the title in this video. But I'm just going to call you Man with a Mission. I hope that you're okay with that. But yes, recently Man with a Mission over here on Instagram gave me a follow. Spam liked a lot of my pictures. So seriously, just thank you so much for all that love over on Instagram. You are today's biggest Mac. So Big Macs, make sure you go over onto Man with a Mission's Instagram over here. You can go on to the real Man with a Missions one as well, but make sure you go on to this one as well. Go give them a follow. Like all of their pictures, and just give them as much love and support over on Instagram as they have been giving me. And once again, I would just like to apologize for butchering your name, because it's JF Can't Tell Me, but I fucked it up because it's me. But either way, thank you so much for all that love over on Instagram, and once again, you are today's biggest Mac. But anyway, Big Macs, I need to go. I feel like I just feel so like peaceful after just reviewing this album and just remembering this like journey that it took me on, and the like beautiful lyrics, is all the different styles that they have, this emotional roller coaster that it took me on, that I just need a minute. So I'm gonna go relax, probably listen to this album again, because it's so beautiful and so amazing and so intense, and just a lot of feelings happening while listening to this album. But once again, Big Macs, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.